Hello again, everyone. This is Cheap Ass Gamer Shipwreck, here to do another talk and playthrough on another review here. This time around we have Splosion Man for Xbox Live Arcade, which is the latest game from Twisted Pixel, the company that brought us The Mall. So we're going to take a quick look at it, and we'll see what it's all about. Okay, so this is the title screen of Splosion Man. As we go in here, you'll see single player, multiplayer, leaderboards, achievements, all the usual things you'll find in an Xbox Live Arcade game. So we're going to go into single player here to start off with. And we're going to select normal mode. Hardcore is actually a mode that you unlock by beating the single player game. And it involves only getting hit once before you die and get sent back to a checkpoint. So we're just going to go with normal mode right here for the review. And we're going to select time trial because that allows me to select individual levels. Now, Splosion Man is split into 3 different worlds, and each world contains around 17 levels and a boss battle at the end of each world. As you can see, it took me about an hour to get through the first world, a little bit longer to get to the second, and over 3 hours to get through the third world. And we'll discuss that as we're going along. But we'll just get to the first level here just to give you an idea of what Splosion Man is all about. Now, the main character, Splosion Man, is this red being right here, and he has the power to explode 3 times. And the premise is he's trying to escape from this laboratory where these scientists have created him, and they're kind of the adversaries of the game. Now, every button in Splosion Man does the same exact thing, which is explode, and that is his version of jumping. And you can explode up to 3 times so you can create wall jumps. And you can tell when he is out of charge and can't explode anymore because he turns from a bright red to a charred black. So each jump takes 1/3 of your power. And as you can tell, it's very old school platforming, a lot of wall jumping, a lot of timing. Here's some barrels that you'll hit to make you fly up in the air. And they also recharge your explosion meter, so it gives you a full 3 explodes. Now, the pacing in Splosion Man is, I would say, similar to like a Sonic the Hedgehog type of platformer, where you're trying to get your best time. You're trying to go through the levels as fluidly as possible. And there's a lot of trial and effort involved the first time you go through because you have to learn where the obstacles are, what direction you need to jump in, and that type of thing. But it's a very enjoyable experience, and even though it only takes 1 button to play, now that's the cake there, that's the collectible that you'll find in each level, kind of stuck out of the way. But even though there's only 1 button press, the game gets very challenging because of the limitations of only being able to jump 3 times before you can charge up. Now we'll go into the second level here real quick and show you some more Splosion Man. But the multiplayer is similar to the single player, but it is actually 47 completely different levels than what you'll find in the single player because they require co-op for up to 4 players. And here it introduces a little gun that you have to figure out how to get around. So I can't run straight this way or that gun will shoot me. So we're going to go back up top and take out that scientist that is controlling that gun. But multiplayer, online, unfortunately, right now is kind of not so great. There's a lot of disconnects and synchronization issues, which are a pretty big deal because the multiplayer requires you to coordinate timing on your jumps because each player can kind of explode off of the other player's explosions so that you can get up to higher levels and solve the puzzles that are involved in multiplayer. But multiplayer's a blast if you get into some games where the other players are equally skilled as you. Now, as the game progresses, it does a great job of introducing new puzzle elements. There'll be new enemies. There'll be new obstacles that you kind of have to figure out how to get by. And the game does a great job of pacing those out so it always feels fresh, and you're always kind of prepared for the next set of obstacles. Like I said, there are boss battles as well, and those are good. They get the job done, but they're not one of the stellar aspects of the game. I think that's where we'll wrap up the gameplay portion of it. I'll talk a bit more about it. Now, obviously, those are just the first 2 levels of the game, and the game gets quite a bit more difficult than that, especially in the third world. There was one level in particular that took me about 20 times and required, I ended up counting about 37 consecutive jumps that I had to make to get to the top of a platform where there was some rising spikes that were trying to kill me, similar to how the water or the spikes raised up in the Sonic levels where you had to race to the top. So there's a lot of Sonic the Hedgehog influence here. I also see some Donkey Kong Country influence with the timing of the jumping off the exploding barrels and everything like that. The game itself, Twisted Pixel does a great job of conveying emotion in the character with the animations. He's got all kinds of funny like little characteristics, like when he stands still, he'll juggle little fireballs, or when he'll run around. I'm not sure if he did it in the gameplay that we showed there, but he'll hold his hands out and run around like an airplane. He's got a whole bunch of little maniacal traits to him that really come across well, and there's a lot of humorous moments and characters also in the game. There's the obese scientists who you can't explode, but they allow you to get past the lasers by reflecting them off of them. And there's a lot of cute little aspects to the game that I don't want to spoil or give away. But it's very enjoyable. I think it really does a good job bringing back that old style of gameplay to a new IP that feels very modern and very challenging, and I think people are going to like it a lot. Overall, I give this game an outstanding on the CAG review scale, and I think it's definitely a bargain for $10 for 47 levels of single player and 47 levels of multiplayer. And that is Splosion Man. Go out and buy it, guys.